Okay, this video is should a girlfriend or wife be a servant to the man? Because I've had girlfriends, including one recently, and a wife who said to me at one time or another, I am not your servant. And my wife once said to me, all I need from you is one sperm for each kid. That's it. And I would like to say we do a lot more for you, for the ladies, than you do for us. I gave my ex-wife millions of dollars. She never gave me 10 cents. Men do not like to hear, I am not your servant. You know, um, this video will explain how we feel about that and why. Male-female relationships, to some extent, are transactional. That's just the nature of the beast, the way it is. And I think complementary is a better word. And complementary is actually how the relationship should be. And I actually think, and there's a guy by the name of Rich Cooper, he's one of the best dating coaches, and he says that the relationships most likely to work are the ones that are complementary, like my mother and father. My father did the traditionally male roles. He was the breadwinner. My mother did the traditionally female role. She ran the house, she cooked the food, and it worked out great. They lived happily their entire lives together. Um, let's see. So basically, the girlfriend and wife, they always expect the man to be a servant to them. I mean, if a woman loses her job, the man will typically support her. If a man loses his job, the woman usually leaves him, okay? She expects him to be making money for her. That's just the way it is. It's sometimes been said that men want a nurse and women want a purse, and especially with older relationships. There's another joke, why do men have jobs and women have Virginias? So they'll talk to each other. Men don't need much. As the great Cicero, the greatest of all Romans, said, if you have a garden and a library, you have all you need. Men, we could live in a cardboard box. We really don't care. All this stuff, the big fancy house, the fancy cars, it's for you, the wife, the girlfriend, and the kids. We don't need it, and we don't really need you other than for having kids. Yes, we like you. Sometimes we love you. But, I know what it's like to be on my own. I'm perfectly fine, okay? And I'm able to do everything, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love having a woman that I like, helping take care of me. I love that, okay? But, we work all day in an unpleasant job that's quite often very tedious to make money for you and the kids. For ourselves, there's other things we would rather do. Like me personally, I would much rather do research or telehealth than continue working in conventional medicine. But I work in conventional medicine because it pays very well. So I can help pay my kids' college and grad school educations and, support my ex-wife traveling all over the world whenever she wants. Okay, we don't ask you to do our job. We don't ask you to come to work and do our job for us. All we want is just a little bit from you. You get far more free time than we do. And even when we have so-called free time, we're usually working on something related to our jobs or our, self-development. And, overall, women have about the same IQ as men. But in my experience, they are not as intellectually curious for books and sort of that academic type learning as men are. I've always been the teacher, most of the time at least, to the girlfriends, and I've always been the moneymaker in my relationships. We almost never have intellectual conversations with women. Everybody likes to say, oh yeah, men and women intellectually, have so much in common. No, we don't. I have intellectual conversations every week with my male doctor friends. Every week. It's just automatic. It's a natural thing. I almost never have an intellectual conversation with a female doctor. And I talk to them several times every week. Usually it's a quick transactional conversation. In my whole life, how many times has a woman ever brought up a book with me, a friend woman, in a conversation? I had one girl I dated. She was a really nice, really smart doctor from Boston University, and she brought up a paper I hadn't read. There's one postmenopausal female lady doctor who's really smart, and she one time talked about having a book club. She didn't really even discuss a book that she had read, but she mentioned she was in a book club and stuff. Premenopausal female doctors, they're usually always, either if they're single, they think you're flirting with them, so you don't talk to them. And then if they've got kids, they don't want to talk to you because they want to get done with their job as fast as possible and go home to their kids. So either way, you ain't going to talk to them, okay? And then I dated some female doctors and some other women, and I liked them. Some of them I liked very much, but and I love my music art one. I love talking to her about music and art, but most of the other ones, I talked to them about their job. I taught them for their job if they were in the healthcare profession, or otherwise, just a little chit chat. But it's not like, they were the ones I discussed art, philosophy, literature, and culture with. I got some really smart people, viewers to this channel, and they'll discuss things with me in the comments. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not like you're our intellectual friend. That just is like a rare thing. And we don't want much from the woman. The woman wants a lot more from us than we want from them. All a man wants from a woman is number one, he wants a cooked meal when he comes home for dinner. That's like a reward for him. That's part of his reward, feeding the dog, okay? Number two, a little bit of nice conversation, something pleasant. I realize sometimes there's a problem, the kid's having a problem or something like that. That's life. But we like, a little bit of kindness from the wife. It just, it's a nice transition from the day. What they say is that the outside world is competition versus the family should be cooperation. We do like EX from our wives and girlfriends. We expect it, okay? Quite frankly, we do. That's why they're called wives and girlfriends. And yes, sex is sexist. The man is the man, the woman is the woman. It just is what it is. We don't want you to cheat on us. You have far more opportunity to cheat on us than we do on you. We're working all the time. And even if we're not working, like me, if I'm not at work, I'm working on a book or a video or something. We're busy. We're intellectually busy. Our mind is full of things, okay? I'm thinking always about pathophysiology, etc. We want you to try to make the home a happy home in whatever way you want, My mom made the house cheerful. When my mom died, the house sort of died too. And basically, that's how you reward us for serving you. So we don't think, it's that big a deal for you to make dinner for us. I mean, whoop-de-doo. We think you have a darn good deal. And also, you doing these things for us, all we want from you, it doesn't take you that much time. It doesn't cost you that money. It's a bit of loyalty, but, that's a relationship. And also, when you do these things, that's how we know you still care about us. If a woman doesn't want to make the two-back beast with the man, then he thinks she's probably cheating on him. And if you don't want to do any of this stuff, then why are we together? Women like to say, oh, they're unfairly made a servant to their husband. Yeah, go work for a corporation. The corporation doesn't give 2 cents about you. Will fire you in 2 seconds, replace you the next day. In your family, you're like the queen of everything. You're the boss of the whole house. The guy's too tired after working all day to make a fuss about almost anything. I'd say 9 times out of 10, in my experience, the wife or the girlfriend gets their way, okay? Not because they're logically correct, but just because either, the wife with the magic ring has got more power than she deserves, and the girlfriend, you want to make her happy. So anyways, that's all we want from you. These 5 things that are pretty easy for you to provide. So if you want that, then we'll love you, support you, and do the best we can for you. And if you don't want to do that, then why are we together?